Was it only
NDAs
unplugged?
in my life.
Okay.
Both of them were with Mr. Carter.
How you feel about Jaguar Wright lately?
It looked like she backpedaling. It looked like, Jay got some expensive lawyers. And believe me, one thing about people don't know about lawsuits are expensive. Jay just opened up the checkbook and was like, go get her. And now she's backpedaling. She's saying now that Jay didn't do these things to her.
Jay-Z wants me broken, stopped, or under his control. And it ain't gonna happen, Sean. I'm never gonna be under your control.
What people have heard me say a lot is, if I'm lying, sue me. Wanna know what? Ain't nobody sue me. You cannot sue someone for telling the truth.
That we're gonna discuss here in a minute. He said he ain't talked to Jaguar, he don't know Jaguar, ain't seen Jaguar, wouldn't know if he saw her on the street. And he is not representing no Jaguar. Nobody's representing Jaguar. The only person that needs to represent Jaguar is a lawyer to get her committed and get a 5150 place on her ass. That's the only thing that they need to say.
So Jaguar Wright is back in the headlines, and this one is a mess. If you've been following Jaguar's content, you know she spent years dragging Jay-Z's name through the mud. I'm talking about accusations of serious stuff, even accusing him of graping her and trying to unalive her. She's basically built this entire reputation from calling Jay-Z out and exposing the industry. But now, out of nowhere, Jag is saying she signed not one, but 2 NDAs with Jay-Z. And get this, she's denying some of the very claims we have on video of her saying. So Jaguar is out here telling folks she never accused Jay-Z of grape, even though the receipts are everywhere. And instead of addressing the clear contradictions, she's lashing out at other creators who have been covering her story. So of course fans are confused, and the theories are flying. Some people think that this is just more proof that Jaguar isn't a reliable source. They're saying she's always been messy and possibly mentally unstable. But others are side-eyeing the situation, and they're saying that Jay-Z's legal team probably sent Jaguar a little reminder to stop playing with Jay's name. Now, on the one hand, NDAs are no joke, especially in the music industry. But if there was a crime committed, then those NDAs mean nothing. Meanwhile, Jaguar's behavior has been very chaotic lately, like even more than usual. One minute she's exposing everyone, and the next she's walking it all back. So is she being silenced, or has she been lying to us this whole time? Let's get into it.
Business, personal.
Both.
Both.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. And spiritual. Okay.
We believe in the same power. We don't believe in appropriating it the same way.
So it looks like Jaguar Wright's years of calling out Jay-Z have caught up to her, and she's finally getting the attention she's been begging for. If you've been tuned into this saga, you know Jaguar spent years dragging Jay-Z's name, accusing him of everything from shady industry moves to some serious criminal stuff, including putting a hit on her late son.
My son died because he was my son.
He died because of
He
your
was targeted because he's my son.
He
was working on his EP. I bought Philadelphia for him so he didn't have to sign to a company because I knew what it was going to do. He interned at Rock Nation. And they approached him to sacrifice me. I saw his death when he was 19. I moved us here to stop it, to prevent it, to avoid it. They take them anyway to show you what the harm is. Giovanni, his death is why I do what I do.
And it didn't end there. So back in October, Jaguar went on the Piers Morgan Uncensored show and insinuated that Jay-Z was worse than Diddy, claiming that she personally knows multiple victims who are ready to speak out against both Jay-Z and Beyonce. Oh, and Jaguar never once said allegedly while talking about the Carters.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Piers.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest.
Now, this part was later removed from the interview after Jay and Beyonce's lawyers sent a cease and desist to Piers Morgan. And Piers even issued a public apology saying that Jaguar's claims were totally false and have no basis in fact. But this didn't stop Jaguar from speaking out against Jay-Z. And when she later appeared on yet another interview on Real Life Productions, she doubled down on her allegations and claimed that the reason the Carters only reached out to Piers and not her was because they know she was telling the truth.
We asked you this last time, and Piers Morgan said it. They're not here to defend themselves. Do you think the Carters will speak about any of this at all? Do you just feel that they'll make any statement about what's going on?
Beyonce is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say so?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there.
But Jaguar didn't stop there. After her interview with Piers Morgan, it seemed like she got a major confidence boost, and not in a good way. Right after the interview, she went on social media and started making even wilder allegations about Jay-Z, claiming she had dirt on him that could end his career and accusing him of graping her. Now here's where it gets messy. So Jaguar made these comments about Jay-Z allegedly graping her during a live stream with Storm Monroe. But when YouTuber AT2 later asked her about these allegations, she suddenly flipped the script, denied that she ever accused Jay-Z of grape, and even alleged that these YouTubers set her up and edited the live to make it sound like she said those things.
Hello?
You know it's me. You're pathetic. And I just want to let you know this. That chopped and screwed bullshit just played, that Star edited up and doctored up from that live that I did with Essie Berry and Tiffany Haddish, you are now publishing a lie. You know,
I just really chopped it to repeat it. Where you said Sean Carter.
No. You chopped and screwed it because everything that you just played wasn't in concession. It was not consecutive. Y'all took that and mixed it up and screwed it up. But that's okay, because the story that Star is trying to convince all of you to run with about me saying that Sean Carter did that to me, that wasn't Sean Carter. The man that did that to me, his name was Trevor Green. He was Jamaican.
But you said Sean Carter in the video.
No, I did not. That was edited because you did not play the whole thing. Don't worry about it. Storm sent me the clip himself. Storm sent me the clip himself.
So did Storm chop and screw it? Because it came from his channel.
Once again, I called Storm live. Maybe you should go over to my live and watch the live we just did where we addressed this in the live.
Well, I don't want you to strike me, or I would.
You're going to get struck for this anyway, because what you're doing is sharing disinformation. I'm glad you think it's funny.
No,
you realize,
you said Big L fucks better than Sean Carter.
Realize,
how do you
realize what?
Can you speak to what happened on my channel then? If if you're saying that was doctored.
Do you realize what you just did tonight? What you and Star and all of you lying weirdos just did tonight? To address that?
Are you saying it's AI?
To address that? Are you kidding me? I had to go online live and give the true account of what actually happened to me, all that happened to me, and tell the person that actually wears the shame of that on my life. I had to become a CI. The man kidnapped me more than 4 times. His name was Trevor Green. And for you guys to try to take that and tie that to Sean Carter, to find a way to give him a reason to sue me for defamation is pathetic. But I just want you to know this. As a survivor, to force someone to have to tell those grueling details to disprove your lies only goes to prove what a piece of you actually are.
No. This
will
is what
be
you said
suing
on
you.
Storm's channel.
I will
The I
be
can play it
suing you.
directly from his
I
channel if you
will.
don't
No,
believe that
you
came from
you
his
don't
channel.
have
But
to
you
worry
said
about
those
what you're
words,
playing.
Jack. Are you
I
going to
know the
stand up to
context.
Jay-Z? Are you ready to
I
sue him?
know the
What he did
context.
to you was horrendous. Are you
I
ready to sue
know
him?
you don't know what he's done to me because I've never told anyone. The
But
story
on my
that
channel,
I shared,
you had
the
said that
story,
you know that he's better than Big L. How do you know that?
Once again, would you walk up to a stranger on the street and ask them that question?
No, this is in context to what you said on YouTube. No, I wouldn't ask because I wouldn't just ask a random stranger. This is what you said on those
Have you
on
ever
Storm's
met me in
platform.
person?
You said it on my
You're
platform.
talking over me.
Yeah,
And now
I'm
you're
talking
being
over you
rude.
because you're trying to go in circles.
No, I am not talking in circles. I'm talking straight. You have come up with 3 different topics, you idiot. Keep laughing.
Let's not call
you
names.
Big fat dummy.
Let's not call names, Baldy.
You guys are victim shaming. That's what you're doing.
No, we're not victim shaming. You said Jay-Z did unthinkable things to you.
I never said Sean Carter did that to me.
Well, guess what? The receipts are out there, and Jaguar did indeed say that Jay-Z victimized her.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean? And I'm gonna tell you something else, and I'll give you this one for free. Big L better than you do, Nick. I'd rather be with that dead man than ever be with you.
So how do you know how Jay-Z get down? You know that from experience, or?
Don't worry about that part. I'll tell it on the stand.
Oh, wow.
When he takes me to court for defamation of character, I'll tell him how well I know you, Sean.
So right there, she said she was willing to get sued. She said, when I go on the stand, I'll be I'll tell them everything I know. So now Jag is all of a sudden backtracking and she don't want to get sued. Now, I'm not saying that I want her to get sued, but again, she welcomed it, right, you guys? She welcomed getting sued.
But y'all, the drama didn't end there. Jaguar has been spiraling all over social media lately, and she just got caught in yet another lie. So during a recent IG Live, Jaguar claimed she had a conversation with someone from Tony Buzbee's law firm, the same lawyer who's representing multiple alleged Diddy victims, including the woman who named Jay-Z as one of her rapists. And from this conversation, it sounded like Buzbee's firm was interested in working with Jaguar.
A lot of phone calls about, you need to look into what she's saying and things like that. And I know that the attorneys were wanting to speak to you, but I don't think that they knew how to get in touch with you exactly, or they had tried to. And I was just telling your producer, we received an email that everything was encrypted. They didn't say who they were, but they left this phone number.
Oh.
It was pretty informative and a little different than normal, and so I thought I would call, and I'm glad I did. So, would it be okay if one of our attorneys called you?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, because the truth is, everything that's happening to your firm has been happening to my life for the past 15 years because of the Carters.
Right.
Yeah.
We are somewhat familiar with everything that you've said. I know you've been online a long time.
Yes.
Talking about all of this.
Yes,
So,
trying to gain awareness.
Go ahead, ma'am. I'm
No,
sorry.
I said just trying to gain, give the public some awareness.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, so would it be okay if an attorney reached out? And
Absolutely. We can talk on Monday. And you can just, it was lovely speaking with you.
It's very nice speaking to you, too.
Okay.
Okay, so Monday, you'd like us to call?
Yeah, give us a call back Monday.
How's the Tony Buzbee law firm?
But then just days later, Tony Buzbee's firm released a statement saying they never reached out to Jaguar and have no interest in talking to her. According to Buzbee himself, it was actually Jaguar who reached out to his law firm, not the other way around. Buzbee told TMZ that Jaguar spoke with someone from the intake staff and recorded the conversation with the woman, which is already a huge no-no in most professional circles. And Buzbee wasn't having any of it. He told TMZ straight up that there's no association between him and Jaguar, and he added that the recent reports about him allegedly representing Jaguar in a lawsuit against Jay-Z were completely false. Meanwhile, Jaguar is still lashing out at content creators and backpedaling on her past claims about Jay-Z. She's also now claiming that she signed 2 NDAs with Jay-Z, and all of a sudden she's being all vague when talking about her experiences with Jay.
I would like to start for what everybody knows is Jay-Z.
What about him?
Were you around him, and what capacity were you around him? Was it strictly, was it only
NDAs
unplugged?
in my life.
Okay.
Both of them were with Mr. Carter. Ask me what you want to know and I'll answer what I can.
Let's just start with the base level. Business, personal.
Both.
Both.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. And spiritual. Okay.
We believe in the same power. We don't believe in appropriating it the same way.
Can I ask you this? For you, did you find joy in the business or pleasure? And when you answer that, I'm gonna flip it on him. Do you feel he found joy in the business or pleasure part of that? Or spiritual?
He is the most shameful thing I've ever done. There is nothing that I experienced with that person that has not inspired shame except for Unplugged.
So what's really going on here? Until recently, Jaguar was publicly taunting Jay-Z to sue her. But now it looks like all of a sudden she's no longer interested in going to court to repeat those allegations under oath. This has fans side-eyeing Jaguar hard because it's giving either clout chasing or some mental health issues. And honestly, people are starting to get sick of her. First, she claimed she was ready to take on Jay-Z in court, and she accused him of some horrific things. But now all of a sudden, she remembered that she signed 2 NDAs and can't talk about what happened. None of this is adding up, and fans are now dragging YouTubers who keep inviting Jaguar on their channels. One fan said, "Nah, this is wild. This lady is crazy. Because of this single incident, I'm questioning everything Jaguar has ever said." I watched the video in question, live myself. I watched back 10 seconds on the live video because I thought I misheard her. Guess I should just go and check into a facility because, according to Jag, I'm hearing voices. Get the F out of here. And someone else wrote, "I remember watching that live and Jag did say that Jay-Z SA'd her and said that he cut her and stabbed her." And I was like, okay, now I understand why she holds such malice towards Jay-Z. She was loud and dramatic per usual. Then she said something along the lines of it being an exclusive and how we heard it first on Storms. But Jaguar hasn't lost all of her supporters. And some fans are saying that this doesn't mean Jaguar lied. It just means Jay-Z's legal team might have finally pulled up. But hold up, didn't Jaguar say she wants to be sued? So with all this flip-flopping and backtracking, what do you think is really going on with Jaguar? Is this proof she's been lying about everything she said over the years? Or is she backpedaling because Jay-Z's legal team might finally be coming for her? Let me know in the comments and don't miss out on this next video.